What's up, XRP family? Thank you guys for joining the video for today. We have some very interesting stuff going into here, guys. In this scenario, the worth of XRP would need to increase to $16 per unit in order to transfer $1 trillion daily using a liquid supply of 30 billion XRP, with each unit of XRP being used twice. This represents an increase of 41.68 times the current price of 40 cents AI. Now, this is a very interesting question, guys, that Ari asked on ChatGPT, the AI. So if 1 trillion USD was to be transferred using XRP with a supply of 30 billion XRP, and then each unit of XRP can be reused twice in that transfer, then the worth of XRP would need to be $16, guys. Look how fast price can actually move. Remember, XRP's price is not driven by market cap, or market cap is not relevant at all when we are talking about XRP. Now, you might think that 1 trillion is too high for just XRP to reach as a market cap. Guys, we are talking about a global reserve currency. This goes outside of the barriers of a market cap or any calculations like that. This is just simple math. Using XRP as a global reserve currency, transferring $1 trillion, and that's just how you make this calculation, right? That's already $16. We're not even talking about all the other trillions out there, right? So we can clearly see, guys, that we can reach a very high price for XRP, 100%. So just an interesting thing to show you guys. Coinbase should relist XRP under the SEC versus library standard. XRP sold by secondary holder is not a security. Coinbase should relist, guys, because they also won the dismissal of the lawsuit, which is very interesting. Coinbase wins dismissal of lawsuit over unregistered securities coin. Now, again, this, you can see, guys, that something is coming, something is boiling out there, and whether it's a bull run or something else, I think we are going to witness something very interesting. Why? Because we are living in very interesting times right now, guys, where you know what's going on. There's going to be a recession of some kind. And I mean, that's not a secret anymore, right? A lot of people can actually see that. Now, the thing is here, guys, not many people know what really is coming. And I think that what we will see during this bull run that is coming is not just a bull run where every coin is going to go up. I think this will be like a filter process, guys, where coins with utility will actually move, and then coins with speculation value will not move, where you will see that the coins that always had that utility, that were always solving a problem, are actually dissecting themselves from the rest of the crypto market, where the crypto market actually matures, right? Where we can also see regulation being put into a framework, we can see legislation being put in front of us. So there's a lot of things happening that are about to bring change, and we can clearly see that everywhere. So here we have one of the things that is a reason on. Here we can see Liz Clement and Hester Peirce on FTX being accused of running a Ponzi scheme need for crypto regulation, right? Now, this was all something that FTX, guys, that was just a reason to push this agenda. Understand that they work with agendas, these people. So let's take a look what she's saying here.
Has now been accused of running a Ponzi scheme. A new report just released by a New York bankruptcy court appointed examiner finds Celsius was using customer deposits to fund other customers' withdrawals. The examiner also found Celsius used client money to buy $558 million worth of its own cryptocurrency, CEL, C-E-L, in an effort to raise that token's price and increase its value. The flurry of bad news, which hit critical mass last year when crypto exchange FTX went belly up amid Ponzi scheme accusations, doesn't appear to be hurting Bitcoin and Ether. Since FTX declared bankruptcy on November 11th, Bitcoin has surged more than 30% and Ethereum has gained 21%. But how long can these gains continue as calls for regulating crypto continue to mount? And can the SEC minimize the FTX and Celsius contamination without crushing?
Now, guys, I was telling people that when we reached that 18,000 kind of place for Bitcoin, I don't know exactly which number it was. When all the bad news was coming out, guys, I was telling you to be ready for a small recovery. And this is exactly what happened, guys. And that's not because I have some inside information. That's just because that's when you're long enough around in this game, guys, you will understand the patterns that repeat themselves. And again, when Jim Cramer, when all these influencers start calling for that it's gonna go to 10,000 and it's gonna go lower, you have to understand, guys, that we're gonna see a reversal, right? And that is exactly what happened here. You have to understand these patterns because that's just how they work. These people are trying to get the best price for themselves. They're not trying to help you or you know, bring things in your favor. No, they're just thinking about their own wallet, guys. And that is why when you see these people having some kind of bias, having some kind of direction, this is usually the opposite happens, guys. And the thing is, they do not care because there's still enough people that listen to that crap. And that's the problem, right? There are too many sheep in this world, and it will always be like that. So that is why the majority could not really see this recovery. And it kind of happened out of nowhere, right? Like, oh, if you look right now, we're already 1,600 for one Ethereum and 23,000 for Bitcoin, which is quite like a good recovery, right? From the lows that we have touched. But there's definitely something else coming, guys, and it's gonna be big, right? This is gonna be big. Brett Garninghouse confirms XRP designed to be a global reserve currency. Let's take a look.
Issued 100 billion XRPs will be enough to cover once the XRapid service scales to a global full scale, or would there be a shortage?
Well, so when XRP was created, this actually was created before Ripple existed. The creators of XRP decided there'd be 100 billion units because they saw it as rather than having a smaller number with a very high price, they saw it as something they wanted to be effectively a global reserve currency.
Right, so he's actually telling us the reason why they created 100 billion. See, this is where things go wrong, where people kind of bring the market cap into the play here and calculate that XRP can never reach $16 or $20 because of market cap. Now, this is where you don't think about it. Why was Ripple created in the first place? It was created, guys, to be a global reserve currency. With that in mind, it is really doing that. It's showing us that it will do that because a lot of banks, a lot of institutions are actually already using it and they want to use it. So you can see, guys, that market cap has nothing to do with it. Brett Garninghouse is telling us that it was intended to be a global reserve currency, which is on the brink of happening. So you have to understand what is coming here, guys. This is not like what is happening here cannot just grab you by surprise. You have to expect this. You have to expect XRP to have a very high price in the near future. So let's take a look. Fam, let's ask Patrick McHenry and Majority Whip if this is the start of the new day we all been waiting for. Listen carefully, guys, to what this guy is saying.
Technology have benefited consumers, but they've also created gaps in our laws, especially when it comes to consumer financial data. We must modernize and strengthen our existing protections under Gramm-Leach-Bliley to ensure consumers control their data. Second, digital assets. Gary Gensler's regulation through enforcement isn't protecting consumers. Americans have lost billions of dollars in digital assets to bad actors on his watch. It's our job as legislators to provide clear rules of the road for this technology, and those clear rules of the road need to protect consumers while allowing innovation to thrive here in the United States. And I think we can achieve that balance. This is why I've created a subcommittee on digital assets, chaired by Congressman Hill. Finally, enhancing capital formation opportunities, just as we did a little over a decade ago with the Bipartisan Jobs Act under a Republican House, a Democrat Senate, and a Democratic president. It's my hope we can build on that success. Republicans will also return to the committee's will return the committee's attention to responsible but rigorous oversight of the executive branch, as is our constitutional duty. After 2 years of House Democrats giving the Biden administration a pass, Republicans will ensure rogue Democrat regulators stay focused on their statutory mission and congressional intent rather than bowing to progressive activists both here and abroad. You can expect to see Chair Gensler and Director Chopra here often.
So guys, listen carefully. They are really putting Gary Gensler here to the test, right? They do not like what has happened, and they will get to the bottom of this. And when that happens, you have to understand that they will override anything that he's doing or make the right decisions as they have to, because listen what he said in the beginning: we cannot let innovation not progress because of Gary Gensler, what he's doing, right? So you can see, guys, there is so much proof of what is coming. Thank you very much for watching the video, guys. See you in the next one. Cheers.